right. And you guys, like I said, you sleep in a bit, but wake up the next morning, healed, take your long rest, all of you.
Hmm. I got hurt a lot there. That was kind of scary.
um, at this point, as you guys kind of wake up, it's probably like mid-ish morning, because you guys were sleeping in. What do you guys want to do?
I mean, I'm down to go back to where the goblins died and see kind of what's going on there.
Yeah, we should go
I
check
think it's.
that out.
I think that's
Did
probably
anybody
our best way now.
did anybody loot them or anything?
No, you guys were
Didn't.
fucking
Not
dying.
love. Yeah.
I'm just asking. Yeah, let's go
Um.
check it out.
All right. And don't forget to mark off one ration for the night. In your character sheets. But as you guys take down your tents and pack up, you head out in the direction where you guys were previously last night. And you find um, still laying where you last left them the crumpled bodies of three goblins. If anyone wants to investigate, you can roll an investigation.
I I grabbed my sword out and I cut one of their ears off
Jesus
of each
Christ.
one.
Yeah, no, we need for the
We need
lady.
proof.
Okay, so you cut off three ears.
Mm-hmm.
And Kaina, as you look around and kind of investigate, um, you find some rusty swords on them, as well as kind of cheap-ish looking bows made of what seems to be like the local wood there from this forest um, that they shot you guys with, as well as an assortment of arrows, but they're all pretty crude. Um, the goblins themselves, like I said, are wearing pretty tattered clothing, like a linen shirt and like loincloth kind of style. Um, it's pretty tattered. Uh, Other than that, they're not carrying anything on them. There's no gold, unfortunately.
Um.
Like,
Good.
they emaciate, like, are they healthy looking goblins?
You do notice with your investigation, they do not particularly look that healthy. Um,
I cut off a piece of the shirt as well, so I can kind of make a makeshift rag bag, except for these ears.
okay, yeah. Yeah, you'll have to take the whole shirt off one of them, because they're
That's
kind of
fine.
small, and you just rip it, and you're able to kind of like tie it up to be like a little pouch, linen pouch. All right. Anything else?
No. I say we start heading down that path and start slaying some creatures. I feel you guys would want some revenge.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Whoever wants to continue on, make a survival check, or who wants to lead? Let's do another marching order here.
I will make a survival check here. Look at this one.
Okay.
Yeah. Yup.
Okay. Um, it takes you guys a couple minutes, but you're able to kind of pick up the tracks of the goblins and where they're kind of coming from, the general direction. So you start heading that way. Again, it's uphill. Um, who's the marching order again? Is it Reeve now in
On
front?
back.
Yeah, I'll go in front this time.
Okay.
I
So-
will go behind freaking the Reeve.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Kaina and I in the middle.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. So you guys travel on, probably about another hour, occasionally finding goblin tracks and signs of um, of things coming through this area, trees, where you finally you get out of a little bit of the tree line area into a bit of a clearing, that you can kind of see now more of the mountains of the Ashkeeper Peaks. And you can now clearly see what looks to be a hole in the mountains in front of you. It looks to be like a cave.
Alright.
If this doesn't
yeah.
scream ominous and den, yeah. Let's keep going.
All right. So move you guys in here. As you guys enter the cave, it's pretty dark. You hear, as you enter, the sound of like water, like kind of like dripping, just drop, drip, drop. You can kind of hear air, kind of like passing through passageways. It's just kind of like the movement of air. And as well as like just a faint kind of like scuttling sound of movement, but you don't know where or from what direction. But as you enter the cave, you enter through this kind of the mouth into this little passageway that you can see here. You follow this passageway in the dark. Reeve, you are now beginning to not see very well. As there's only a little bit of natural sunlight that's coming in. But other than that, there's no other light source immediately.
Are there any rocks on the ground?
There are rocks. As you're walking, there's definitely a scattering of rocks
I want to pick up
around
a
here.
rock,
Okay.
and I want to cast light on the rock. And I will give
Okay.
the rock to Reeve.
Ah, I will now hold this in front of me.
Okay. Yeah, you pick up. It's not too large, just like a little kind of smallish rock here. You hold it, and it begins to glow very brightly. And Reeve, you kind of hold it up in front of you, and you kind of illuminate the passage. And as you kind of enter into this next part of the cave, you see it kind of opens up into several passageways. To your left, you see what looks to be a slick kind of shelving of wall. It seems a bit moldy, well, not moldy, but like mossy, algae kind of covered, and it's wet, slick. You can see occasionally like drops falling from the ceiling and landing on this kind of area, and you see along with this moss and algae like little mushrooms kind of sticking out as you guys get a little bit farther into this cave prop.
Okay. Which way do you guys want to go? I'll just keep going forward until we get some more information here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you should be free to move yourselves. You're a little bit of a crossroads of sorts. So which way are you guys going?
Oh
Can we
wait. Jesse, Reeve, you lead.
Okay. We're gonna head over to the left.
To the left. To the
Okay.
left.
You guys can move your characters in the kind of fashion.
Everything Jamie
Um,
owns in the box to the left.
So as you kind of approach this area, you see what looks to be a couple things. One, you see just illuminating a couple things. You see that this passage that goes to the left forks. There's another smaller little kind of cave opening that seems to go down. But immediately to your left, it starts to widen out into more of that kind of, like I said, mossy atmosphere where it's kind of damp. You can kind of smell the damp air, and you see in front of you like some stalactites. If I got the right, was it stalactites? Right, stalactites.
Yeah.
Stalagmites and stalactites. You see some stalagmites that are going up, and some stalactites occasionally that are dripping the water that you see around you. And then again, like I said, to your left is a lot of kind of crude, it looks kind of like rock shelving that has, like I said, moss and these various mushrooms that you kind of see around you.
I mean, our best bet is probably to just keep going down, right? Like farther inside.
Sure.
Yeah. Let's head down. I'm gonna stand at the top of the stairs and then try and check for traps on my way down if I can.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Right.
And if everyone else is following him, just move your characters appropriately. As you kind of enter this passageway, uh, you just kind of like look around, put your hands out, and you don't particularly feel or sense anything.
Okay. And start hoofing it down.
Okay. As you guys begin to make your way down this little tunnel, it begins to slope downwards significantly as you are now traveling presumably deeper down into the mountains. You travel for quite some time, 20 feet, 30 feet, 40 feet, and this tunnel continues to kind of snake its way downwards. Yeah, you're kind of watching out with the light now. You're able to avoid the occasional rock that's kind of on the path here as you guys kind of make your way down. Oh, I tried to follow you guys. Okay, anything else you guys are doing?
Do I hear anything?
You can make a perception check.
Yup. Roller sick.
You're not particularly picking up on anything. You do hear the faint sound of like water.
Okay. Sweet. I will keep on heading down.
Okay. All right. So you guys keep heading down, and travel for another couple minutes, down this path. And as you kind of get towards what seems to be the end of the path, you see light ahead of you. Whatever is coming up seems to have some sort of light source as you kind of approach. The tunnel starts to widen a little bit.
Okay. We already made it down this far. Keep on going. I guess, well, if it's not trapped this far, and there's no point that it'd be trapped that far, and...
Not wrong.
All right. As you guys continue forward, you come into the area here, and actually, as you begin to enter this kind of wider space, your rock stops glowing. Reeve.
Oh.
And do a perception check.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh.
All right.
Ooh.
So as you're all
When
kind
it
of like
matters.
enter this area, Jobu, you kind of come up behind Reeve, kind of like get him by the shoulder, and kind of like look to the side of him and kind of see more of this open space as you're all kind of coming in to the area. The room here is much larger. It feels pretty decently lit. Immediately, kind of in front of you, are some stalagmites, kind of a little outcropping of stalagmites, and next to it seems to be a fire, like a campfire of sorts, and it has what looks to be like a little pig that's like currently roasting, and you can now smell cooking meat, as well as a few things kind of scattered around this little campfire, like boxes and crates of random things. But as you kind of approach and you look now more clearly into the rest of the room, you see to your left a large kind of pool of water that seems to narrow down into a very small stream, but kind of fast moving, that kind of cuts through the center of this room and goes off down a side tunnel that you can't see. But in front of you, you notice something more pressing, and that is a what looks to be a stone altar in the back of the room. This altar is kind of shaped kind of like a throne. It has a bit of a seat. And to the left and right of this kind of stone altar are two brass braziers, sorry, on each side, and they're both lit. That word always shows me up.
Two
braziers.
braziers.
It's like they're just whatever. Anyways, and as you approach Jobu with your kind of keen eyesight, you're able to notice that this stone altar of sorts is adorned with
Wait a
looks to be like
minute,
drawings.
wait a minute. Oh my god.
Oh my god, Joven, what did you just show me?
Oh my god, I tried to get a picture of it and I just got so blinded. Oh my god.
Ah!
What happened?
Joven's over here showing me some porn.
Oh my
Yay!
god, bro.
Joven!
I tried showing a fucking picture, bro. I'm like, oh my god, I just remembered. I put two and two together. I was like, what the fuck?
Wow, my ears are hot.
Shit, what the
I don't know why. I don't know why. My ears are hot right now.
Dabbled.
Oh
Was
my
that-
god.
Was that on the camera here, or what are you talking about?
It was on
Your
my...
screen.
Oh.
Oh my god, I was literally trying to get a picture of a fucking brass brazier.
Oh,
Oh my
God.
god, that was...
Oh, man.
Say search
Oh
on
god.
Share with your class.
Oh my
We all want
god.
ours too.
Do it, Joven.
I do not want to look that up again.
Yeah, don't look
I
up
mean, it would be
brazier.
so easy.
It's not, it's
I
not
w-
even so... I didn't put two to two together. I was like, wait a second, I just put them braziers. Oh my
Wait,
god.
Look up. What is it?
Brazzers, bro.
Brass.
I looked up
Oh,
fucking
you look at
braziers.
Brazzers.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Brass
Never
brazier.
mind.
It was even like, did you mean this? And he clicked on
Yeah.
it.
Oh
and
my
it was
god.
It's
Now you know.
I didn't think.
braziers.
Oh my god.
It smells like
getting
that.
Wild.
He did say that there were some braziers hanging over there, so.
Braziers.
Oh god. Oh, that
All
was so
right.
good.
Well, my mood is
oh.
completely ruined. The theme is ruined.
It's a different kind of mood now.
Joven.
Oh, that was great.
All right, we'll try to get back to the story if possible. But yes, Jobu, as you're seeing this stone altar, this altar is adorned with what looks to be like strange pictograms and crude runes. But around this altar, you also very clearly see off to the side of it, back towards you, a large-looking goblin. He's not facing you guys. Again, his back is to you guys, and he seems to be kind of like hunched over. And you can hear the sound of crunching, and you also see around that area, piles of bones, and seems to be discarded items. Like you see like what looks to be like a broken short sword, a dented piece of breastplate, and stuff like that.
Do I recognize any of these?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You are too far away to see. But as you guys are kind of approaching this area, and the light goes off, the light on the rock goes off, and immediately the goblin that you see, the large goblin, and by large goblin I mean it's like probably like 5 feet tall, almost human size, and goblins are much shorter, so it's very large for a goblin. And it kind of like stiffens up its back, and then it kind of like turns its head, and you see like just covered down its like jaws is like bloody. You just see like red blood dripping off, and a little piece of what looks to be flesh, kind of like hanging from one side of it. And it kind of turns around and looks at you guys.
Friendly? 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 Friendly?
Um, okay, and as you guys are there, it turns around to face you, and it snarls, and you see bits of
Oh,
flesh
fuck.
fly out of its teeth and spittle.
Yeah.
As I need everyone to roll initiative once I clear them. So, as you guys kind of come in and the goblin turns to you, it begins to hunch forward, and you hear the cracking of bones, and its muscles begin to spasm as it howls, and the goblin face transforms and becomes more pronounced forward, almost canine-like, as the body like shifts and its back breaks, and it begins to, you see the green goblin skin tear away as fur begins to emerge from underneath it, almost kind of like a shell, like a cocoon or metamorphosis. It just sheds its outer goblin skin, and the goblin disappears, and you see
What
this
the-
creature
Christ.
morph out on 4 legs. And it howls at you. Yeah, it just howls at you.
Wait, what?
Do you know what it is? You can make what do I want you to do? You can make either a religion or a arcana check.
Sick roll.
Yeah, Kellson, you don't recognize. Just a couple of you, just not everybody. So, yeah, Kellson, Nimdath, you don't recognize this creature. Kaina, you don't particularly recognize it. It seems kind of familiar. You've read some books related to like goblin lore and some creatures that are associated with the goblins, as how do I describe this? It doesn't particularly stand out to you as knowing the creature, but you know that's associated with goblins, but you don't know too much identifying information about it or what it
Is that a hobgoblin?
is. Like you hear stories about these quadrupedal creatures that sometimes exist among goblins, and sometimes they're a bad omen typically for goblins.
Oh.
Oh shit, guys.
All right, so top of the round, Nimdath, you're up.
All right. Bonus action. I'm gonna give my inspiration to Reeve. I'm gonna be like, hey, you're furry too. Go get him.
Oh god.
Alright, Reeve, you're inspired.
Alright, I'm inspired.
And then for my turn, I'm going to. I'll start off by casting Bane on it. Actually, you know what? I'm not in range. Let me move forward real quick.
Yeah, this is all normal distances.
Okay, now I'm gonna cast Bane on him.
Okay, that's a wisdom save, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Charisma.
Or charisma, sorry. That'll be a 17.
Alright, and my turn. He's a charismatic weregoblin. Sick.
Reeve, you're up.
Alright. I will do the thing. I'm going to run forward 15 feet. I'm going to auto attack him twice. We're gonna hit. 12 hit.
A 12 does not hit. 'Cause
Okay.
You try to punch and it ducks.
Alright. And then I'll hit again.
Okay.
Does a
7 does
7
not hit.
hit?
Nope.
And that is it. I'll save my inspiration for when it really matters.
All right, Kaina, you're next.
Okay. I'm gonna scoot this way. 20 feet.
Okay. 11 does not hit again. It goes wide and crashes into the cave wall. So this creature will first it'll hit the target that's right in front of it. So it will go ahead and just try to bite at Reeve. I don't think this is gonna hit. This is a 9 to hit.
No.
Okay. So yeah, it tries to bite at you, but you're able to dodge, and that's its turn.
Oof.
Drummond, you're up.
Okay. How big was this little opening in here? Like how high?
Where you're at, like the tunnel?
Just this like opening in this room, where like Reeve is.
Oh, I mean it's pretty wide, so it's about the size of what the square is.
Pretty
So-
tall though.
Oh,
I'm asking because I want to cast enlarge on Reeve.
Oh,
yeah, I think he'd be able to fit. Yeah, it's tall enough that enlarged, I think he'd still fit.
Okay, and then I'm doing that hoping his hands will be considered weapons.
Yeah.
And do an extra D4 damage.
we gotta punch him out.
Okay. Drummond, describe to me what this spells.
So for my little hidey hole in the back, I'm just gonna peek out, wave my hands around, and then Reeve is just gonna double in size.
Okay, and roll a d20, Drummond.
Nice.
Alright. So as
I am
Reeve
today.
gets huge, hulks out, is that your turn or are you doing anything else?
That's all. Yeah.
Alright, Jobu, you're up.
Alright. Alright. I walk up beside Reeve. Start whacking at the dude.
Okay.
Pull out the sword. Let's see here. And I would like to use my inspiration to attack with advantage.
It's just a d10, remember, inspiration is d10.
Okay.
Not
Oh, that's right, that's right, that's right. So just roll a d10.
yeah, if you didn't already. So, do you want to use that now, or do you want to?
Yes. I'll use it now.
Okay. A 16 does not hit.
F. Can I
I'll
use my
just-
fighting spirit?
Okay. What's your fighting spirit?
That's a bonus action. Mention a weapon attack roll.
Okay. Sure.
Fucking 16 does not hit, bro.
Yeah, as you try to strike it, it kind of cuts a little bit into the fur, but it's pretty seems to be a thick hide, that protects this creature. But a 19 does hit. And so that's 12 damage. Yeah. Kind of to it.
All right. And I would like to action surge. You get serious in here.
Serious business.
And so, since I've already fighting spirit 2, let's see.
Jeez. Okay, okay. So you oh, did it roll twice?
I rolled with fighting spirit still. It still applies because it's for the entire turn.
Okay, so are these two separate attacks or are they one attack?
It's one attack with advantage.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so it's crit. Yeah, so let's. If it's rolled with advantage, then it's the first one, and double the dice. 6, 12, 15, which is actually technically 8 plus 7 too. So it's 15. Okay. Fantastic. 15 damage. You just did like 27 damage in one go.
He's a DPS machine.
We try.
There we go. You the first blow barely cuts in. The second blows the other next two blows you are able to deal some damage there and cut into this creature, and just snarls at you.
All right. I do the and I slash away, and then when I finally get some good cuts in, I just maintain a pose, a samurai pose, and end my turn.
Okay, top of the round, Nimdath.
You know what? Never mind. I'm gonna ask this a dumb question. I'm going to cast blindness, deafness on the creature. So I'm gonna attempt to make him blind.
Okay, go ahead. Con save. Alright, here we go. Wow, that is a failure, yeah.
So he's blind until at the end of each of its turn, it has to make another Constitution, and until it can succeed, it's blind.
Okay, so it is currently blind. Fantastic.
I'm gonna scooch forward just a smidgen. Let's see here.
Oh no.
Okay, and I'll end my turn.
Okay. All right. Reeve, you're up.
All right, here we go. We're gonna hit him with the 1.
Oh.
We have advantage.
Big
It's a 7
sad.
hit.
So,
Bardic Inspiration?
I
as
mean, yeah.
as you go to attack, Nimdath casted blind on the creature, and you see it kind of like step back, and kind of like shriek in defiance. And as you kind of look at it, you see that its eyes now are kind of like clouded over with the blind spell. And as you go to punch it, it senses your punch and dodges.
Ooh.
And your first attack misses, and your second punch misses. Because these are not with advantage.
Alright. Yep. RIP.
Wait, when it's blind, it has all attacks have advantage, right?
Yes, but this creature is different, and as
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure.
it senses something supernatural, and it has like supernatural senses, so it
Big
has
sad.
blind sight is what it has. It has
What the
blind-
fuck?
It's a good idea.
It was a really good spell, but yes, it did have blind. That's why I laughed, because I just realized I saw that it said blind sight on the stat block.
Alright. And
okay.
yeah. That's
Kaina,
it.
you're up. Then.
I still have my
Okay. Do you know what number that was?
It's a 1.
Oh.
You don't have to use. I mean, you don't have to use. It's gonna miss.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 11 doesn't
One.
hit.
Okay.
Um,
Bonus action. I'm gonna just kind of keep scooting.
all right.
Right there.
All right. So the creature's turn. It's going to look at Jobu and snarl and try to make 2 claw attacks.
Bro, stop it. Stop it now.
First one will be a 9. Oh no, that's a 20 to hit. Dirty 20. The second one will be a miss. Natural 3. So you only take 1 slash from its claws. D8.
Damn, that shit rolled low.
Oh, and he rolled a 1 on the damage. So you take 5 damage. 5 slashing damage as he tries to claw at you. And that's his turn.
True.
You see he turns specifically to you and then begins to claw with his clouded over eyes. Yeah, Drummond, you're up.
Okay. I'll cast Mind Sliver. I don't think I've done this one before.
Intelligence, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, that is a failure. It's a 5.
Okay. So then they take 1 damage, and then they subtract a 1d4 from their next saving throw.
Okay.
I guess I'll...
Just, yeah, try to remind me for the D4 part. Alright, you see the creature kind of like wince a little bit, and shake its head. Alright. That's true, okay. Jobu, back to you.
Oh, wait, is he Bane?
No, the Bane failed.
I missed the Bane, and he's immune to blind, so I've just been sitting here, just chilling.
Wait,
Yeah,
what the hell? It's back to me already?
Yeah.
yeah, you. Everyone?
Oh, well, I'm thinking about that because I'm freaking prepping over here, my. Alright. I will attack again, and with bonus and using my bonus action, Fighting Spirit. All right, 20 to hit.
All right, 20 does hit. This is roll of advantage, right? You said.
Yeah.
Okay, so 14 damage. Classic. Kind of two.
And that is it.
Okay. He's looking hurt. He's looking hurt. Top of the round, back to Nimdath.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on him.
Okay, go ahead. Wisdom save.
Yeah, is that d4 from his save?
Okay. What's this? Good for the D4. He fails. He passed and then he failed. Nice.
11 damage, and he has to run as far from me as he can.
You said. Sorry, say that again.
Damage. And he has to run as far away from me as he can.
Oh, okay. Okay. So 11 damage right down here. And okay, he is going to jump over the altar. And Reeve and Jobu can make an opportunity attack if you want.
Yup.
Yeah, we slicing.
Ooh.
Oh!
Jeez,
We
that's
in
right.
there, boys.
The smackdown.
He thought.
Oh,
He
minus
know.
an extra 4
Didn't know what was
because
that about.
7.
Wait, what was the D4 for?
Being enlarged.
Oh, okay. A 16 doesn't hit though.
Alright, never mind.
Sad.
And
You like
the
that?
25 obviously does hit. So that is what's a 7? Or do you? Oh no, you do 2d6 damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. 17 damage. Jesus. This thing is starting to look pretty bloody.
Thanks, Jobu.
Guys getting 2 natural 20s in combat. Jesus Christ. All right, Nimdath, is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, sorry, hold on.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, it was.
All right, Reeve, you're up.
Alright.
I
I'm
believe
gonna
in you.
chase after him. Gonna go get him. Gonna go right here, and then we're gonna hit him.
There we
Ooh.
go.
Nice.
21.
Oh,
First strike hits.
then an extra D4 because I'm large. 7.
Damn, bro.
7 damage. Nice.
Alright.
Jesse's got the rolls tonight.
Yep. We're going to, spend a key point and flurry of blows. Which
Okay,
we
go
hit
ahead.
him. And then
That
hit him.
hits.
Nice. Oh.
The second one doesn't.
Sag.
Yeah.
You roll a
And then
d4 for each one.
Yeah, it's every hit.
Okay, so 3 and then roll a
Ooh.
d4. So this one. Nice.
Alright.
4.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, that's a lot of damage.
So
Yeah.
that's 9, 12, 14. 14 damage. This thing gets battered by your magic missiles. Is barely hanging on there.
Yay. I'm
It's
all
starting to look pretty bloody. All right. As it kind of like snarls and is kind of bleeding from multiple wounds, it's going to reach out in front of to Reeve, and it's going to try to. It's not a headbutt, but it essentially kind of runs its head towards your chest, and as it touches you, it's going to cast Charm Person.
Oh?
Whistling him like
Wait, what?
a cat.
So, Jesse, I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw at advantage.
Oh.
Don't forget your bardic inspiration.
2.
Ooh,
Okay,
what's
never
his
mind.
DC? Okay. Thank God you had advantage.
Yeah. Jesus.
All right. So as he tries to nuzzle wuzzle, you are able to shrug off the creature's advantage, and you hear like a weird kind of like jumbled whisper in your head to turn around and kill everybody, but you're able to kind of like shake it off, and you are unaffected. But Drummond, it's your turn.
Did not consent to that cuddle.
Okay, well, from the back, I'll just do a magic miss of my own. Just at first level.
All right. How do you want to do this?
Oh, I just want to weave my magic missiles in and out of the stalactites and blast him.
Okay, so as the arcane missiles weave through the air, dodging all the stalactites and stalagmites, they impact the creature and kind of slams it against the cave wall behind it, and just you hear like you see a crunch of bone and like a splatter of blood against the backdrop.
In the
as he's
middle,
kinda, like,
in the middle of the missiles heading towards him, I kind of just know he's done for. So I just turn away and I do the sheath my sword situation, do the badassery move.
Just under my breath, I'm just gonna mutter, "No one nuzzles Reeve."
All right. And with that, that is the combat.